Hello, fish friends. Well, kind of want to take you through the fish room tonight. Got some things to look at and update on. So, as you remember, this 5-gallon Walmart tank, the one filter went bad on it, and this has had a lot of fish in it. Although they've been babies and fries, it's had a heavy bile load. Well, I did some DIYing, and I made a DIY filter to put in there, and you know, I think it's gonna work out pretty good. From the bottom, you see, I burnt it. The fish would get out of the way. I burned some holes in it at the bottom, some slots, and I filled it up to probably the blue right in here, the darker, kind of lighter, that line. That's probably where the rock, the media that I had left over, it ends. And then from there up is the polyfill that you get from like Walmart. This stuff right here. Yeah, it's cheap enough. I figure, you know, as heavy of a load this is, now we'll see how it turns out. It's just an old spice, Italian spice container that you get from the supermarket, and I took some clear plastic and cut up and super glued the rest of the holes, because when I first put it in there, it seemed like it was only coming out of one hole and it was sucking stuff in through the top. So I figured it probably wasn't doing much good down below, so I closed them off, and I think it's already kind of clearing up. It's a little cloudy, as you can see, but I'm hoping that will turn out and stop. It's already lightened up since that's been running, and it's been running for a short period of time now. But yeah, so the fry are doing good. I've been separating out the males from females. You know, I spent a lot of time looking in these tanks, and what I figured out is, you know, little tricks like females' anal fins. They're always kind of like down, you know. Males tend to keep them folded up to the back of the tail for the majority of the time compared to a female. Also, now that's not, you know, 100%, but it's you know, if it's more often than a female. So there's a little insight. Also, males will flex their anal fin forward. Females never do this. And then coupled with, you know, at very small young age, you start getting like color little splotches of black or something on the tail. That's also a good indication that that fish, or that, you know, fry or juvenile guppy is a male. So that's what I've been doing, and then I've been putting the males over in the 10-gallon. So let's go have a look at that. Alright, here we are at the 10-gallon. Again, polyfill. I replaced it in this, and I think it's helping out quite a bit. I don't always run it. I only run it about an hour at a time every day. A couple hours every day, because there ain't that many fish. I did put another one over here, though, from over there. He's a male, half black. So I'm pretty sure he's a male. Now I do like maybe this one, or there's another one somewhere. It might be this one. That might be a female. I don't know. But I'm still thinking it's a male. I'm gonna keep an eye on it a little bit longer, but because I'm just not sure on this one. So we'll see. They're still really young. I mean, this, and you can start to see his pal is developing more. The other guy back here, he's definitely a male. So, you know, I'm gonna keep going with what I've been doing. I think it's working out, and I'm gonna keep separating because, again, I want to have virgin females, and I want to control the baby factory. So, let's see what's next. Yeah. So I did some aquascaping on the 5-gallon Marineland, and we're gonna get to see that tonight. So, without further ado, let's head over that way. All right, here you go. I've added some more to this tank. You probably could see it already right off the bat. I put in some moss, and it is taken. This has been in here a week or so. I mean, I've been working at this a little bit at a time. I also stopped and got some plants. I got a lily, and it's looking rough. I've washed it real good in tap water. I had a whole system set up, and not really a whole system. I'm just yanking your chain. I basically just put it in a cup and tried to get the temperature, you know, kind of lukewarm, and then I rinsed it kind of heavy because the fish store, you know, you could see the ick in the tanks next to where this one was, so I wanted to make sure it was clean. I'm sure it'll bounce back. From what I hear, this is a very hardy, very, very hard to kill plant. And then I got these other ones that came from a personal friend, although I still rinse them after everything that's went on in these tanks. I want to try them like Mr. Clean, man. And so yeah, it's looking a lot better. I got a little bit of the Anubias, I think, whatever it is. No, it's not Anubias. I can't remember. Anyway, there was just a little bit of that left. The turtle, her turtle really loves to eat that stuff. So I'll put a little bit in, you know, George's aquarium. I can't even remember what I named this guy. I've been so busy. He's looking good though. The blue's really coming out in him. I really like that. But yeah, so also back to this, you know, I added a few things in. To the scape, and I think it looks pretty nice. I want to get something from over here, obviously, to kind of sit in front of that filter. My filter did break down, and I had to DIY one. I had an extra one that came off of a hang on the back filter, and I kept it, so I had to do some fitting and this and that, but it's together and it's working now. And I also took the opportunity to put in some polyfill, and especially along the bottom there, because these tanks, they had that little crack down at the bottom between the back wall and the bottom of the tank. And I didn't caulk it because I didn't think about it, but I got some polyfill down there, so, and the pump sits on top of it, so I think it's helping out quite a bit. So, and yeah, and the betta, oh yeah, guess what? I got something else. I got one more thing I want to show you. Ta-da! So yeah, I put some polyfill in the filter. I got that, you know, I've been through this and bleached it and cleaned it and bleached it some more. So I figure I'll give it a shot with Aquascaped and this, and it does have some plants in it. So the Hardscaping and the Aquascaped has started, obviously. Now I have some ideas for some other house plants that I want to play with, because the guy from H2O Plants, he seems like a really smart gentleman and everything, and he obviously, you know, he's working hard on his business and everything, but, you know, in his video he clearly says you cannot put pothos underwater, and mine's been growing just fine. In fact, that's all new, and it's growing like wildfire. I mean, it's doing well, and it's been submerged for, I don't know, you can go back and see when I did it. So it's been a while. If it was gonna die, it would have died. Now maybe there's another reason that he's saying that, I don't know, but obviously you can grow it underwater. So I also know that the spider plant, the puffs, they'll grow underwater. So that's what I'm thinking about doing in here, is putting in spider plants and some other different kinds of plants. I got some ideas for this filter, which I did DIY that. I'll touch on that. It's the base of that one sponge filter, and if you go back, I had fish tuberculosis in this tank, so I bleached it and bleached it and rinsed it and rinsed it and bleached it and rinsed it and bleached it and rinsed it, and you know, it's gone through the cleaners. So all I did was I put a little polyfill in the middle in the slots, and lightly put, you know, some polyfill in the middle of the plastic piece, and then I just wrapped polyfill around it and tied it with some sewing, you know, some string, and yeah, or thread rather, I guess, not string, thread is what you would call it. And I got some ideas on how to finish hiding that off. I just gotta wait. You know, the plants ain't out there that I want to use. I know they're not your typical aquascaping plants, but I get bored easy. I like to do new things, so that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna find out what kind of plants you can grow underwater and what you can't, because amazingly enough, a lot of plants started aquatically. So anyway, that's all I have. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think. How's it look? How am I doing? You got any tips? Anything like that? Or you know of some house plants that grow some types of things underwater, because you know you've heard it too, but you've had it in your tank for years? Hit me up. Let me know. Alright, y'all. I'm out.